What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel, the last video of 2015. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. Today we're going to be looking at all of the known multiplayer Easter eggs here within Black Ops 3, although all known might be a little bit of a stretch because I might have missed one or two here while actually looking for footage. But that being said, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and to close out this new year, I think that this is something pretty cool we can do, something we have not done here yet on the channel. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Firstly, we're gonna be on evac here. This one might stretch your mind back a little bit here with this one. This one is an Easter egg towards the lion statues on Die Rise, the Black Ops 2 Zombies map here that was needed to complete the main Easter egg on that map. This is the exact same one, just sitting here in plain view for any player to come up and see it, and something very cool, I think. Next, we're gonna move over to Nuketown. Nuketown has a couple. As you guys know, there are the ones with the mannequins where they would chase you if you shoot off all the heads. There would be the Doctor Who reference here with it if you shot off all the arms, and I believe one other one if I'm not mistaken here with this. But on top of that, we also have the old Nuketown signs up in one of the house's studies, and then in the opposite house, there are the car on the shelf of the child's room, as well as the old mannequins as dolls on the one shelf as well. So we're gonna keep this rolling here. We're gonna move next over to Metro. This one is going to be in the one cafe here, the one walk-in shop right by the train tracks. This one, if you go over to the refrigerator in that shop, there will be all sorts of perk bottles here lined up as if they were for sale. These perk bottles obviously being a direct play at the zombies perks here, the exact same ones, and some ones that we may have not seen since Black Ops 2, such as Tombstone. Now, if you go over and look at the bar as well, there will be those also behind the counter, and something just very cool here playing a little bit towards zombies. We see a lot of zombies Easter eggs actually here within Black Ops 3. So we're gonna get moving on to the next one. That is on Combine. Back in the one house's back room is the wave guns blueprints hanging right there on the wall, framed up as if like a keepsake. This is one that a lot of people pointed out in the very first days of Black Ops 3's launch, and it's something very cool for the aesthetic feel of the map. Next, we're gonna go over to Fringe, and this one plays like another one here we'll get to in just a second, towards Treyarch's past work. Back in the office of one of the garages here on Fringe, this one is going to have 3 game posters lined up on the wall, that being Black Ops 1, World at War, as well as Call of Duty 3. These ones just simply playing at Treyarch's past work here on the franchise, and just something simple here to play to the aesthetics off in the background. Next, we're gonna move over to Stronghold. This one is going to be up in the main house where everybody seemingly loves to camp, but right outside the dining room here, there is going to be a bunch of bookshelves, and on those bookshelves, you can see a bunch of trophies that Treyarch has here, and they placed up on there with the insignia of the Treyarch logo. Now, there actually is one down in the lower level by the garage as well, but the main ones here that are focused up are on the bookshelf right outside the dining room. So something very cool, once again, just giving Treyarch a little bit more street cred and boosting up a little bit of playfulness here for their own regards. But moving along to Hunted, we're actually gonna have the Bowie knife here. This one coming in the wake of a massive controversy coming with the Bowie knife, whether it's gonna be coming to multiplayer or whether it's not going to be. This one, I just found it comical because all the gameplay that was going around here was actually on Hunted, where the Bowie knife actually was found. The map itself is based around a massive hunting hobby here of whoever owns the property. There is a bunch of game that is mounted on the wall, as well as just a bunch of different things here, as well as its location being in Africa here, and also the name itself, Hunted, definitely points that out. But the Bowie knife is mounted on the wall here, and definitely something very cool that we can see, playing a little bit towards zombies, but also a little bit of a real world aspect that it could be used in. Now, we're closing down here on this list, but we're gonna move over to Aquarium. This one in the back shop of one of the spawns here, there's going to be a Dr. Monty's chocolate bar on the shelves. Now, this is quite interesting simply because Dr. Monty, again, is a play at the new zombies in Black Ops 3, Dr. Monty's factory, but there also is no other one of these throughout the entire game, which is odd because a lot of the times there will be assets copied and pasted into each individual map so that you'll see a couple things over and over again. But this one is the only Dr. Monty's chocolate bar in the entire game. So that I think is really interesting and something definitely to maybe note here going forward. But next we're gonna move over to Breach. This one is going to be right outside of the one lobby of the building, right in one of the corridors here. If you go over to it, it's actually going to be the Black Ops 2 assault shield. Now, obviously it doesn't deflect bullets as well as it did in Black Ops 2, simply because it's a non-interactable asset that somebody can't pick up. It's just there for show. Now, actually, if you pivot over and look at the other side of the room, there are also claymores here from Black Ops 2. Once again, playing just a little bit of fun at the previous title here within the Black Ops franchise, and something very cool. Now, lastly, we're gonna be moving over to Infection, and this one has the most Easter eggs, at least that I know of at the very moment, just about all of which are dealing with zombies here. Now, firstly, we're gonna go over and we can actually see the Fumigator from Shadows of Evil in one of the sideways houses at the side of the map. Something giving us a little bit of a tie-in here with the current zombies map. Next, we're gonna go over to right around the mid-map area, and there's a sign on the wall that says Waffenbrick der Rias. Now, if you guys do know this one, that's actually because it is from Der Rias itself, the actual zombies map here, both in the World at War version, the Black Ops 1 version, as well as now in Black Ops 3 as remade by the Giant. But that's not the only play that we have at the Giant here. If you go over actually into the mid-map building with the god railings there, that one, if you go over and actually look on the wall in here, there's also the layout of the Giant here within it. So a very cool one. Now the next one is actually going to be a Call of Duty 3 remake here within Infection. This one doesn't necessarily deal with zombies, but if you look over at the part of the map that is vertical, there's almost like another town here, a continuation, where as if it were to lay flat, it could be potentially a continuation of the map, but it's not, so that's something to take out of it. But if you look at it, it's actually a Call of Duty 3 map here as just copied and pasted onto the wall of Infection. So it's something very cool here, I think. We haven't seen anything like this previously. We've seen tie-ins, but not entire maps pasted into one as well. Now, finally, the last Easter egg, and probably the most speculative here if you do follow the zombie storyline, is the house off in the distance floating on one of the rocks here within Infection. A lot of people say that this is Samantha's house, and it follows the zombie storyline tremendously. It very well may be, but there are some discrepancies here with it, so it's open to interpretation. Nonetheless, it is a very cool little piece here, and if it is in fact, it's just even cooler, playing into another massive Easter egg here within Infection. So that's gonna do it for this one here today, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a collection of all of the known Easter eggs here within multiplayer of Black Ops 3. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, be sure to leave a like rating down below for let us help the video out as well as the channel. If you guys are new to the channel also, make sure you subscribe. We got a bunch of stuff you guys definitely will not want to miss. Hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year's here. Happy New Year's to all of you, and I'll see you guys next year. So take care and peace.